Hello everyone, in this video we are going to see about the concept of method overloading in Java. We know that Java is a class-based program. It is object-oriented program. We have classes and we all know that class is a collection of method and data. Now let us see how the method overloading can be done in Java. Let us see first of all what is method overloading. If a class has multiple methods having the same name but different in parameters, it is known as method overloading. So we know that a class may have methods. Methods are the functions. So the function is the function syntax is we are having the function return type, function name and the parameters. So parameters are the variables inside the brackets of the function name. Okay, so if a parameters are different, maybe different in numbers or different in types, they are called as a method overloading. If you have to perform only one operation having same name of the methods, increases the readability of the program. For example, suppose you are going to do only the addition operation, but the addition happens between floating point numbers or integer numbers or odd numbers or prime numbers, whatever it may be. So the process is addition but maybe of different types of numbers or different number of numbers. So that is the meaning of saying same name of the method but have different parameters. So by doing this, it can increase the readability of the program. So the advantage of this method overloading is method overloading increases the readability of the program. What is readability is when we are using the same name for some purpose, it helps to understand the program better. Always the variable name or the method names give the better understanding of the program flow. Now let us see what are all the two ways the method can be overloaded. Different ways to overload the method. There are two ways to overload the method in Java: by changing the number of arguments, by changing the data type. Let us see with an example how this method overloading can be done. First example is method overloading by changing the number of arguments. Now here there is a class called adder. Class is the keyword, adder is the name of the class, and here we are having the functions or the methods of the class add. So this add is one function or method, this add is another method, but the names are same. Then how it differs? It differs by this is the arguments are the parameters, int a, int b. So this int a and int b are the parameters of the function add or the method add. What it does, returns a plus b. Okay, and now static int add, int a, int b, int c. Here we are having different number of arguments. The arguments are a, b and c. So in this method add there are two arguments a and b. In this method add there are three arguments a, b and c. Now here the name of the method is same, which is add. So now this method is overloaded by having different number of arguments. Here 2 and here 3. Okay, so return a plus b, return a plus b plus c. This is the code of the methods. Now let us see how it is overloaded and how the answer is got. So class test overloading 1. This is the name of the class, which is the main class. Public static void main string args. So what we are doing here is system.out.println adder.add 11,11. Next statement is system.out.println adder.add of 11,11,11. So here when this function, this adder is the class name and this add is the method name, we know that this dot is a method access operator or a member access operator. Now when we call this function adder.add and 11,11, system understands this is the function to be called because the arguments are 1 and 2. So it will call this function add int a and int b and it will return the answer as a plus b, which is 11 plus 11 as 22. Okay, now when the system see the next line system.out.println adder.add, now the arguments are 11, 11, 11. Just for example, is given as the same value, we can give any values. Now the number of arguments are 1, 2 and 3. So now when the system compile, when the When this statement is reached, system will identify this method because the arguments are A, B and C, which is 11, 11 and 11, and the function is performed as A plus B plus C to say 11 plus 11 plus 11 to give 33 as the answer. So same function is called, but with the different parameters. This will add 2 parameters and this will add 3 parameters. Now by changing the number of parameters, now the class adder is overloaded. This is the example of this method overloading by changing the number of arguments, and we have closed the braces which has been opened. Now let us see the next example, how the method can be overloaded by changing the data type of the arguments. Now the same class adder is used, only difference here is we have changed the type of the argument. So here 2 functions, the same function named add, which is the function. Here we can see here int A, int B, and next function is, but the process is to add A and B, okay, and next function is static double add double A double B return A plus B, okay. So now here add is the function which is going to add 2 integers, and this add is the function is going to add 2 floating point variables. Now the overloading is done by the types of the arguments. In this the type is integer, in this the type is floating point value, but both the names are same, which is add the function name. Now how it is called and how it is executed. So the class test overloading 2, open the brace, public static void main string args system.out.println adder.add 11, 11. When this function is called, system understands that this is the add function having 2 parameters, so it will call this function int A, int B, return A plus B, and it comes to and print the answer on the screen. And when it comes to the next line, system.out.println adder.add, here also the add function is called, but the parameters is 12.3 and 12.6, which are the floating point variables. So when this add is reached, system will call this function static double add double A comma double B. So this will add and return the value as the floating point value, and when this add is called, this will add the value and returns at the integer value. So that's all. This is how the method overloading happens in Java, and thanks for watching.